In a dramatic and increasingly alarming saga, former President Donald Trump has once again found himself in the middle of controversy, this time involving his health. On August 20th, 2024, Trump made a bold statement, claiming he would soon release his full medical records for public scrutiny. Yet, weeks later, the promise remains unfulfilled. This has raised serious concerns about Trump's health, particularly in light of his bizarre public appearances, mental lapses, and an unsettling incident in Butler, Pennsylvania. Why, after vowing transparency, has Trump failed to release his medical history? What exactly is he hiding, and how severe are the issues he may be concealing? The public has a right to know, especially when the potential future leader of the country is displaying worrying cognitive decline, avoiding debates, and sidestepping in-depth media interviews. Meanwhile, key figures like Vice President Kamala Harris and President Joe Biden have been transparent with their health records, leaving Trump's reticence under an even brighter spotlight. As the American public demands answers, the mystery surrounding Trump's medical state only deepens. Trump's shocking incident in Butler, Pennsylvania. The controversy surrounding Trump's health reached a fever pitch after a troubling incident in Butler, Pennsylvania. During a campaign rally, viewers couldn't help but notice the former president exhibiting strange behavior on stage, leading to rampant speculation. Some observers claimed it looked as though Trump had soiled himself during his speech, a spectacle that the mainstream media largely avoided discussing. While these claims might seem harsh or sensationalized, it's critical to note that concerns about Trump's health aren't just based on this one event. For months, there has been growing chatter about his cognitive abilities and physical condition. His disjointed sentences, confusing statements, and erratic behavior on stage have left many questioning whether Trump is suffering from a significant medical condition, such as dementia, an ailment that affected his father, Fred Trump. However, pointing out these health concerns isn't about mocking or belittling him. Rather, it's about accountability. If Trump plans to lead the nation again, the public deserves to know whether he's physically and mentally capable of doing so. But instead of clarity, Trump's continued refusal to release his medical records only fuels speculation. Trump's empty promises. August 20th declaration. In an interview on August 20th, Trump boldly claimed that he would gladly release his medical records. His exact words were, "Oh, sure, I would do that very gladly." Yet, nearly 2 months later, the public is still waiting. Trump hasn't followed through on this promise, and his silence has been deafening. Why make the statement if there was never any intention to release the records? Was it simply a political move to divert attention from other controversies? Or, more worryingly, does Trump fear what those records might reveal? Could they expose a serious health issue that his team is desperately trying to keep under wraps? These are critical questions, especially given Trump's advanced age and troubling public appearances. Trump is already the oldest person to ever assume the office of the presidency, and should he win another term, he would be in his late 70s and 80s during his time in office. For a man whose family has a history of cognitive decline, these questions are not just about optics. They are about the safety and security of the nation. Kamala Harris and Joe Biden lead by example. In stark contrast to Trump's secrecy, both Vice President Kamala Harris and President Joe Biden have been fully transparent about their health. On the same day Trump claimed he would release his medical records, Harris released her full and detailed medical history, including information on her blood pressure, allergies, and more. Biden, too, has released a comprehensive medical report laying out everything from his cholesterol levels to his cognitive function. Both Biden and Harris understand the importance of transparency in the highest office of the land. The American public deserves to know whether their leaders are physically and mentally fit to lead, especially in these challenging times. While Trump supporters might dismiss calls for transparency as a political stunt, Harris and Biden's actions speak for themselves. They are leading by example, something Trump has repeatedly failed to do. Cognitive decline? Trump's public appearances raise alarms. Trump's reluctance to release his medical records is particularly concerning given his recent behavior in public. Over the past year, Trump has had several high-profile public appearances where his cognitive abilities seem to be faltering. During speeches, Trump has struggled to form coherent sentences, often jumping from topic to topic without any logical progression. His infamous claim that he was shot in the ear and then miraculously healed was bizarre, to say the least. Even more troubling, Trump appears to not even understand basic anatomical terms, referring to his lobe in a confusing and disjointed explanation of a supposed injury. These incidents, combined with the Butler, Pennsylvania event, paint a picture of a man who may be battling serious health issues. Some have speculated that Trump could be suffering from a form of dementia, much like his father did in his later years. Others point to the possibility of neurological damage, either from past injuries or from other underlying conditions. And yet, Trump continues to brush off these concerns. When asked about his health, he often resorts to his trademark bravado, claiming that he's in better shape than anyone else. In one recent rally, he boasted, "If I didn't eat junk food, I'd live to 200 years old." But behind the bluster, there's no denying that something is off. A cover-up in progress? If Trump's medical records were to be released, what might they reveal? One possibility is that Trump is suffering from gastrointestinal issues, something that could explain the incident in Pennsylvania. His personal physician, Dr. Harold Bornstein, who passed away in 2021, was a gastroenterologist. It's worth noting that multiple sources have claimed that Trump has been treated for gastro-related issues in the past, with reports of a putrid odor emanating from him during public appearances. In fact, in 2018, Bornstein revealed that Trump had sent a group of men to seize his medical files from his office, a highly unusual move that only adds to the suspicion surrounding Trump's health. Bornstein's admission raised eyebrows at the time, but it has since been largely forgotten. Now, as Trump's behavior grows more erratic, the incident takes on new significance. Trump's mental health and the national conversation. While Trump's physical health is certainly a concern, his mental health is equally, if not more, troubling. Multiple sources close to Trump, including former White House officials, have raised alarms about his cognitive state. General Mark Milley, one of Trump's top military advisors, recently described the former president as unstable and unfit to lead. Milley's comments, coupled with Trump's increasingly erratic behavior, should be a wake-up call for the nation. The fact that Trump has refused to release his medical records only adds to the growing sense that something is seriously wrong. As Vice President Harris pointed out during a recent press conference, Trump's refusal to debate, his avoidance of interviews with mainstream media outlets, and his reliance on conservative media all suggest that his team is trying to shield him from scrutiny. Harris, who has been transparent about her own health, called Trump's actions a clear lack of transparency that the American people should not tolerate. The Republican Party's defense, denial and deflection. Despite the mounting evidence of Trump's cognitive and physical decline, the Republican Party has closed ranks around him. GOP leaders like Speaker of the House Mike Johnson have dismissed calls for Trump to release his medical records, claiming that the American people don't care about his health. In a recent interview, Johnson went so far as to say that Trump's medical records were irrelevant, and that what truly mattered were the real issues facing the country, such as inflation and the cost of living. This deflection is nothing new. Republicans have long downplayed concerns about Trump's health, preferring instead to focus on attacking Democrats like Harris and Biden. But as Johnson and other Republicans continue to defend Trump, the question remains, what are they hiding? If Trump is as healthy as they claim, why not release his medical records and put the issue to rest? As Donald Trump continues to dodge questions about his health, the American public is left in the dark. His August 20th promise to release his medical records has come and gone with no follow-through, and his increasingly erratic public appearances have only added fuel to the fire. Meanwhile, Vice President Kamala Harris and President Joe Biden have set a standard of transparency that Trump has failed to meet. At a time when the nation is facing unprecedented challenges, it's more important than ever that our leaders are fit to serve. If Trump truly believes he's in good health, there should be no issue with releasing his medical records. Until he does, the mystery surrounding his health will only continue to grow, and so will the doubts about his ability to lead. The American people deserve answers. It's time for Trump to put an end to the speculation and be transparent about his health. The stakes are too high for anything less.